a story about our birth and a lot of fantasy, whether you believe in it or you do not, but just go with the flow of what is around us, how the things are happening. And maybe they are happening like that, maybe they are not. So I'm a painter, and sorry, I don't have to get nearer to that. So I use my images as my words, but recently, since last few years, I have been using words to express these images while I'm creating these images on the canvas. I talk to myself, and this is what is the outcome of that conversation. So here I start, and I have with me Kishor, I have Jeff at the duduk, and Gautam and Pushpanjali, though it has to happen in the end, but I've somehow started it like that. A conversation within, a conversation without, touching the earth with the tip of my toe, I connect with you from my heart to your soul. With the reds of the mornings, blacks of the nights, the yearnings of the past, and the freshness of present, all caught up in an amalgamation of 5 elements, under the spell of my engulfing, floundering, celebrating it, enchanting me, seducing me into her world of magic, a world of dreams. And like an enchantress, holding my hand, walking me through this inexplicable experience, influencing me to open my thoughts to greater heights, stringing me into watching the flight of limitless dreams into the discipline of happening, making my path my destination. Do I want to walk safely on a zebra crossing? Isn't fear only a line in our head? I'll cross it there. The world which we inhabit is not a dream but a reality, a universe that was neither male nor female, but as it took form, it led to the birth of Maya, or illusion, that which we believe, that which we make tangible, but that which is not. Nature, nurturing, hence feminine. Creation, procreation, a feminine percept, a constant state of evolution, of birth, rebirth, creation and destruction, and creation again. I celebrate that aspect of creation, of nurturing, of faith, of belief. The golden womb with its umbilical cord, the lotus stems, its creation in muddied waters, resulting in the flowering of the world, and also in its state of enlightenment. A chain that carries on regardless of pearls that come and go. My universe is complete only when all energies balance. Yin and yang, positive and negative, man and woman, not some hybrid creature, but man and woman united as symbols that complete that circle, that cycle of life. Condition, roles perhaps, not one without the other. A complete circle of harmony, aligned with nature. Nature itself. Nature. Nurturer. I put the woman at the center of the universe. I put the man in the center of the universe. It was this completion of the cosmos that fascinated me. Why should one be without the other? Why should it be? I change with time. With each course I look different. I'm not this, not that. Neither good nor evil, neither fear or fearless. Each of you, I aspire to be in that too, the one which you may detest. I am neither an angel nor a devil, god or a goddess. I pervade everything, reside everywhere as consciousness. Consciousness delves in everything, everywhere. Everything is throbbing with life, rhythm, dance, movement, energy creating love, life, death, recursing in a cycle again. I am everywhere, in everything, and also anything. It is a borrowed breath of this earth, water and air, of he, she and me. There is only one truth, that is breath. There is only one faith, that is love. There is only one belief, I am you and you are me. It is this crossover. It is this crossover from the real to the surreal, from the physical to the metaphysical that inspires me. As Rumi's secrets speak, there is a thread of life from the heart to the lips, where the secret of life is woven. Words steer the thread, but in silence. Secrets of Maya. He opened his eyes. She smiled and said, everything is me and mine. He closed his eyes and united. Everything merged within. She expanded and contracted at her own accord with each breath. Each breath. Opening up the womb with many universes, creating craters in infinity, roaring and thundering laughter with the slashing of oceans, overlapping seas, extensive movement in untiring volcanoes, flowing listlessly, but with a purpose. A kinetic motion, self-propelled. My reverence to you, my Kali, my woman. My woman is that Maya. She's composite, whole, complete. She's also a sum of part, incomplete, great, but not greater than the universe. She is a creature of myths, metaphors, and autobiographies, part real, part mystical, part mortal, part immortal, part temporal, part celestial. So is nature, as are men and women. I eye this world. I pay it a homage. I paint its story. I am the tree. I hold the universe in the spread of my arms, to the rhythm and the dance of the flapping wings, to the swing and the sway of the viridian leaves, in the unleashed laughter of the roaring thunder, in the quietness of soft drizzle. I sense you. I sense you taking me closer to you. Words and thoughts can be encapsulated in books, but the realm of desires and dreams is beyond the realm of intellect, beyond explanations, into the realm of experience. Experience and celebrate for all those women who have a voice and who do not have one, for they understood the silence. Celebrate for all those women who walk the untrodden path, true or false, moral or immoral, good or bad, for what is for one is not for another. Celebrate for all those women exploring, unearthing in the rhythm of their smiles and the laughter to their souls. Celebrate to being a woman, not only in body, but in soul. There is desire. There is desire in one's memories. Have you ever felt the wet breath of soft viridian leaves in early morning hours? Have you ever rubbed your hands on the coarse, stretched stomachs of vagabond trees, wet with unannounced showering clouds, dancing in the rhythm of lightning, in the patio of infinite blue? I reach out to the skies here on the earth, soaking in innumerable oceans, and the sea momentarily resting on my palms as rain. I take a flight over love, hate, blood and slaughter, over ideas and idols, over religions and politics. Come, would you fly with me? Would you fly with me? I wander with the stars on my side, the seas and rivers and plains, the moon cycles and the sea tides, showers that bind heaven and earth, is blood that flows within you and me. And while I paint the stories of boundaries, of partitions of lands and waters and skies, of relationships, of people, cattle, trees, home and love, I wander off into the forgotten lands of my parents and my ancestors with an ache of nostalgia about a place called home, about a home called this world. Whenever I look around at the plants in the pots of my balcony, the trees in the gardens of the forest, and the birds in the sky, the bees and the birds in the sky soaring high, the work on, the paints in the jars with which I paint, the sink in which I wash the dishes, the clothes that I wear, even the food that I eat, the apple that I bite. And how can I forget Fido? How can I forget him? Nimble Kiyoshi, the tinkle bell, ready to vanish within the walls. My relatives, my friends, my loved ones, the mosquitoes that I squash as a reflex action. When it descends upon me, each one has its own journey, defined by its own actions, thus marking its own unique cycle of rejuvenation. For I firmly believe there is no such thing as death, only a cycle of creation and destruction and creation, birth and rebirth. The three streams, truth, action and inertia, an invocation of these three energies that are responsible for creation and destruction and creation yet again, spiraling around me, encapsulating me, mysticizing me, mystifying you. Am I a myth or a reality? Today's reality is tomorrow's myth. Tomorrow's myth is yesterday's reality. I weave a web of illusion. I entice, create desires. Am I terrible? A destroyer, a slayer of all that entangles into my web, licking the root of their desires, vanquishing it, bestowing freedom to all who dare to play with me. I am Maya. The fire within is without. I am the creator and the destroyer. Come, play with me. Within my womb. I expand in every thought. Every time I contract, the expansion is volcanic. Every time you believe I'm not, I create a miracle. You come from one single womb, share the same single space. How can you despair that? I ride the mind holding its reins by its hair. I am a celebration. Isn't it all in our mind? Mind which is just a space. One thought born, one thought dead. Like forms, births and relationships. Rising like a bubble gum in my mouth and ending right there. Convictions which are trained by time, swallowing them, vanquishing them, licking them, erasing them. Maya is laughing. She is laughing, throbbing, pulsating life and movement and earnestness to reach nowhere. A mad dance to the beat of drumming heart. I ride the future archetypes on harmless elegance. harnessing the dangerous mental forces, constraining them with the physical conduits of this energy wrapped around us, waking up, dispelling them as dreams, giving it yet another chance to play with her, enjoying this whole parody of blood, life, birth and death, and of life again. Do I want to be liberated? Or do I want to continue with this game? This game, this cave, is my mind. My mind is my flight. My flight is beyond a zillion skies, sun, moons and stars. I ride the waves of wind and water. I dive deep beneath the earth, finding the worlds of earth and skies, no different from the world above or from the world within. I believe that to explain the manifestations from one to many, we are so many. Each one of us is different. Each one of us creating their own ripples, creating their own journey. I believe that to explain the manifestations from one to many of forms, names and calendar of time, within which each one of us was created, it can be attributed to an evocation of these energies. Forms that continue to evolve to satisfy our needs, desires, or to bring balance to the world. This, of course, is my personal belief, not something you will find in a book or rendered as a philosophy, researching somewhere in a library, but it appeals to me just as much as many versions of energy that exist. I share in those versions and I'm fascinated by their interpretations and manifestations too. As Virginia Woolf writes, for we think back through our mothers, if we are women. Manifestations. They inspire me to attempt to analyze the world I see around me, especially as a woman who must make sense daily of the injustices in the world, to comprehend why they continue to look away when prejudice suffers, when sensitivities corrode, or when negative forces are invoked. I therefore look inwards to evoke that energy that is manifest in each one of us, to apply the healing salve of motherhood to a world that needs it, for that energy resides in each one of us, women and men, crossing all genders, and it is that I must manifest. I look within the womb to discover that which is outside. I want to awaken my senses to experience the goddess's gifts of what nature bestows on us, not just of light, but of the sun that shines and the rain that rejuvenates, of the heat and cold and all things that bring to life that which is around us. I believe in that energy, and it is a journey. These energies, these mysterious energies, hold their who they say struck terror. Venerated thus for the dangerous fecundity, the terrible wrath, yet were they not simply fulfilling their destinies, being protected, nurturing. In their zeal, they came to be represented for the darker powers, venerated in temples as goddesses to be appeased, associated with gods either as their spouses or as their forms of energies. Female principles which have been ritualized, iconized, cherished, filtered and feared. And so I undertake a journey. Is it of self-realization? I empty myself to this Maya captivating me, surprising me by my own responses to her different forms, manifestations and incarnations. The more I understand her, the more I want to realize her. The illusion and the creator of the illusion. I look within the womb to discover that which is outside. I become the womb, armed with solace and caring. I am the earth, ancient, primeval, modern, and all-encompassing. So the world, all nature tells me. So it shall tell you. Archetypes, symbols, chants, automatism, spontaneity, energy, gesture, materiality, knowledge, transcendence, wisdom, discretion, liberation, the merging of forms and sounds, and essence, crossing over from flight to light to insight, enter into the inside, into a realm of incarnation, of death, birth, and the journey of soul in segments. Reforms and moves on. Death is not the end. It is the energy changing direction, cursing on, thrusting again in different form and space. Just like my painting. Me cuddled in the lap of my Pitaji. My grandfather I'm talking about. Mesmerized by his stories, fantasies, fantasizing. In my mind's eye, I sense, I see the chinar leaves melting into gold, the stars singing lyrics to a deep cadmium sky, the moon morph into the golden sun, satires leaping and exhausting themselves, Icarus's wings melting into the sun. I desire you. I desire you as an autumn leaf desires this earth. Superficial wings carry my bodiless soul, engulfing my desires, fragrance, fragility, existence. I owe it to the duality of doubt. I wait for the alchemy of change. Drawing that first thought, that full stop, and falling in love with the movement as the dot changed into a line, the line changed into a form, and that form gaining rhythm, dance and life. How I drew on the walls, my clothes and myself, experiencing the pulse of that movement. I was in love for the first time, and it stayed with me. Birth and death are two sides of the same coin. Time is cyclical. There is no end, is or not, known or not to know, I am or not. In the vastness of the heart chakra, there is only curiosity. Pour me a dream, pour me a thought, pour me a feeling, pour me 100 emotions, pour me a song. Walking, running, jumping, riding, flying, I reach you. You are within me, so potent, so alive. Still I leap out to reach you. As the cry of the peacock aches through my heart, with each raindrop clouding my eye, the dance of the reverberating thunder, the music in the striking light, pouring rivers from unseen heavens, culminating in the dance of exalted innocence. Did I live through that peacock once? I remember admonitions. Fly within your limits. Do not tread the beyond. So you stand out like a sore thumb. Rolling stones gather no moss. But tell me, who will wander untrodden paths beyond these skies? Tell me, who will venture beyond the known? Can I carry my body beyond the space? What is beyond the beyond? I remember admonitions. Don't forget what happened to Jonathan Livingston Seagull. To the sublime we go. From the sublime we emerge. To the gross we expand. Attachments, desires, thirst binds us. I cannot move forward. The clinging is mutual, letting go always a struggle. We are all tied by the same umbilical cord. The binding rope becomes an umbilical cord, connecting all. The souls with the superconscious to the divine and to the light. In the yoni, soul and body come together again and again and again. In life after life, the play of life begins and ends. The cycle continues. It surprises us. Choices, two journeys, always, in which our feet, they carve a path of their own. Two moments, two lives pass away. Live these drenched deep into the color, brimming with rhymes and songs. Nothing comes out of the churning of the oceans. In the desperate thirst, I saw the alchemy of nectar turn into poison. I saw myself changing in the desire to be perfect, saw myself falling from the heights, collapsing into a whirlpool. Who says there is liberation here? Who says it is important to rise after falling? Who says it is important to see yourself and others in you? I feel after falling, it is important to rise. After liberation, it is important to live. After watching yourself, just seeing yourself is important. The truth of white resides in black. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The body returns to dust in the grave. But tell me, isn't the grave also a womb? Energy flows back into the universe. The golden egg from which the first seed emerges, tracing the path of prana through this body. And the journey continues through fire to air, air to water, water to earth, and earth to life. The fire of the pyre burns in a female belly. As said in the Aranyaka Upanishad, they pass into the smoke, from the smoke into the night, and from the night into the fortnight of the waning moon. Reaching the moon, they become food. There the gods feed on them. When that ends, they pass into this very sky. From the sky into the wind. From the wind into the rain. From the rain into this earth. Reaching the earth, they become food. They are again offered in the fire of a man. Then take birth, the fire of a woman. I'm so glad that you patiently sat through, because this is not such a easily digestible. I always think like that, but I always receive a very good response and people connect to it. And I'm so glad that this just came about so beautifully in a very experimental way. There was no rehearsal done. Only, I think, me and Kishor once or twice we tried to strum the, I was speaking and trying to get it right. but everything. In fact, Jeff came in the evening at about 6 o'clock, and he said, I would like to do this. It was like amazing. We couldn't have had it better, you know. And Pushpanjali by chance was in Delhi, and I happened to just talk to her, and there was nothing done before we came to this beautiful space. And I'm so glad to the harmony of strings to let us be the way we are and let us do what we want to. Thank you so much. Okay. Yay! Okay, I have never done this. All right, lovely. One more. Okay. Thank you all.